Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Big Kris Live, the live stream, and then the podcast. And our sponsors, Retrokat.ca. You can, of course, get units with over 8,000 games on them, over 15 retro gaming devices included on that. I encourage you to visit Retrokat.ca/BKL. And don't forget to use the promo code. Oh, shit, I forgot my promo code. There will be one. Dante, text me the promo code. We just figured out the promo code today, but it'll get you 10% off one of these awesome units. Check out retrokat.ca.
Are you still a professional booker?
Shop online today at retrokat.ca or choose same-day pickup in the GTA.
Kris, are you there?
Retrokat.ca. Let's get
So
nostalgic.
Oh, no.
I'd be ashamed too.
Are we still
I
on?
was running the ad, you assholes.
Oh, sorry.
I thought you were going to reset. We're taking a break. You fucked that up so
Okay,
bad.
all right. Here's the peanut gallery. Welcome to the show. Mark Davis in the upper left-hand corner. Of course, he's back again from last episode on the Gamers Roundtable. Also returning guest, Oz. Just one name, Oz, like Cher. Welcome back again, my buddy. He was also on our older dads roundtable. I saw you with your daughter earlier. She gone to bed.
How many weeks away are you? What, 2? 2 weeks before you...
April 11th is our due date. And so we're 2 weeks in. Yes.
That's soon.
Yeah.
Enjoy your free time while you've got it.
Very, very soon.
How are you feeling?
I'm awesome. I'm ready. I'm doing better than my wife. I can tell you that. She is ready she is ready for this thing to move on to the next phase, if you will. Also, on the side note of the pregnancy, we're going to be getting dank here, so I don't want to get it too pregnancy talk. But I will say on the side of magic, I get all the magic. You know how some people say, "Oh, pregnancy's so magic." My wife not feeling the magic. She's
No.
Oh, good God.
no. I feel the magic, though. I'm excited. You asked how I am. I'm very excited to meet my daughter in a matter of days.
Praise be. Tell her to watch some Handmaid's Tale.
Get her in the mood.
And that is Rob Cornelis. Rob, thank you for being on the podcast. I was saying I wanted to have a dank roundtable, a dank delights episode of the podcast, and I thought that you were just liking my shit this morning, and I was short somebody for the panel, and I'm like, you know what? You're savage, dude.
I'm stoked, buddy. Thank you I was so excited when I got that message this morning.
Well, I thought about people who just don't give a shit, and you don't give a shit, man. You just love throwing it out there. It's good.
You know what? I'm an open book, as some might say. So
yeah. All right, off the top, we got a load of clips and discussions, dank memes, savage news stories. But let's start with this is my favorite viral sensation, and people are like, "Why is this your favorite? This is not a good thing." But the Joker guy. Making it rain with a couple of ones there, and yelling, "Fuck yeah, COVID's over."
Beautiful, oh gracious, guys! I love America.
Yeah,
Where else are you gonna see that here?
Yeah.
Are you sure that isn't actually Jack and Phoenix doing that?
It was a pretty convincing look about him, right? Fuck, man.
It looks good, man. Like, that's what happens when you get locked up for so long, man. People pop. That's just the start of it. Like, you're going to see the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler. They're all going to come out.
Yeah, all the costumes. I've noticed. Have either of you guys seen the Watchmen TV series on HBO?
Love it. Yeah, love it.
That's what we're seeing right now. Everyone's wearing masks and secret identities and cults and extremists. It's all there. So for anyone who hasn't seen HBO's Watchmen, it's a 1-season arc, which is obviously, for anyone who knows the 80s. Speaking of dank, it's kind of a dank or a darker sort of gritty comic series or comic graphic novel.
I haven't watched it, but I have watched the movie that came out years ago.
Yeah, I went and rewatched the movie after I watched the series on HBO, and not so much for me. I'll take that TV show every time.
All right. Fair. I don't know. Some things live better as TV shows than movies.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that arc was a really interesting take, and really dark too. Like it wasn't like a liberal authoritarian government was very good. You know, it also had its darker sides as well. It was a very nonpartisan sort of take on things, which I liked.
Have you seen a show on Amazon Prime called The Boys or Boys?
Yeah, I love Boys.
Like, that's insane. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
that about?
currently watching Girls on Crave.
Okay, Girls is sick. Girls is pretty.
Yeah.
Check the connect.
Oh, what's going on in there?
Someone's fire alarm.
Somebody set off my Google Home. I don't know how.
Yeah, are you
Bringing up your favorite porn? Quick, mute it.
Rob? You're watching Girls on HBO? No, you're not.
Not HBO, Crave.
Or on Crave? Really?
Oh,
Well,
hell
it's
yeah,
the
Have you
HBO
seen it?
series, but on Crave.
Yeah, I've seen a few seasons of it actually. When it first came out, I thought it was a fresh take.
So far, I've seen Amy Schumer in it. I've seen the little girl from Uncle Buck.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm researching all these actors, who they are. They're a great bunch of actors. I love it. I'm hooked. My girlfriend recommended it because we got Crave because we wanted to see Framing Britney, so we did that.
Yeah.
What'd you
nine
make
times.
of Framing Britney?
Oh yeah, good question.
Wow. You know,
I feel sorry for it, man.
I think
Like,
there's
I really
a lot
do.
more to the story than they're telling us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know,
I
man.
do.
Can you imagine going from nothing, just like living on fucking whatever you make, like 50K a year, 60K a year?
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to superstardom where you can't do anything?
Especially
Without
as
someone-
young as she was.
Oh, dude, and then all these people coming at you, and you can't trust a fucking soul.
Yeah.
Your true friends are all washed away, and the industry scoops you up. Like
Right.
that would be
That's the
insane.
dark Hollywood industry. Lots of people get
Sure.
screwed like that. Like Justin Bieber, you know, when he was like, he had a crazy, crazy life, I guess, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean,
he's a Canadian brother too. So shout out to Justin Bieber. But
well, I guess I don't know whether we want to shout out the Biebs today. I'm
Oh,
good. I'm
So-
good.
I don't know. The Justin
good.
Bieber's doing better these days. It
Yeah,
proves
He's
that.
doing a
like-
lot better.
He found
Yeah, and,
Jesus.
well, the other thing is too. I remember when Shawn Mendes was on the come up, and I'm like, oh, last time we made a teenager famous, that didn't go so well. So
Right.
let's see if this kid does okay.
Yeah,
no, I care as much about Britney Spears as I do about Justin Bieber.
fair enough. Well, I mean, listen,
I didn't
they're human
expect
beings.
that on the podcast today.
Yeah, I didn't.
No,
either.
I didn't. I didn't know we were going to take this turn. I don't really have an opinion on either of them.
Coming up next on Fresh Radio.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt McLean too. Matt was supposed to be on the podcast tonight, but he's got cheek rocks. Do you guys know what that is?
What is that? You
Oh,
sent
wow.
that to me, and I have no idea what that is.
It's really painful, and I believe it's like calcium deposits form in his cheeks, and they're painful. He has to have them surgically removed. So.
damn.
So
shit.
he's out with that. So, but shout out to him because he can dank it up with the best of them. That boy.
Shit.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny lad. All right. So also I asked you guys to send me news stories or things that you thought were gratuitously offensive in the news. I had a favorite of mine that was from Vice magazine that I shared earlier, where it had to do with Amazon. You don't really believe the peeing in bottles thing, do you? Amazon tweeted. But Amazon workers showed out pictures that they are indeed peeing in bottles in the Amazon factories.
What, that's how to?
No, they're not told to, but they are because they don't
Why?
get enough breaks.
Because sometimes you just gotta.
Where is
Oh,
this?
oh,
This is in North America?
Everywhere. Amazon doesn't let you have a break, no matter
Yeah.
where you are.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just Amazon drivers, to be honest with you. I think a lot of truckers do it. A lot of
it's a time-honored
maybe-
tradition.
I've
Yeah.
done it. We've all done it.
Yeah, you've never
Yeah.
walked past.
It's just
you've,
not part. It's just not part of my work.
you've never been like walking down the street and walked past like a yellow bottle of Dasani on the side of the sidewalk. It happens to me. It happens to me downtown Toronto all the time.
Yeah. For some reason, it's not orange Gatorade, but it looks like it.
Yeah,
Can't be
that's-
healthy.
That's a sign you should go to the doctor if it's orange. Come
Man,
on.
I've got the weirdest emergencies. I really have. Like I'm trying to think of the last time I tried to piss in a jug while driving down the 407. But if you've ever used the 407 in the GTA, it's not near anything. It's just a highway, and there's no like quick off ramp to get to a gas station or anything like that. so even if you do get off the highway, there's nowhere to piss. So I decided I had no choice but to take a bottle and pee in it. But it was just a Dr. Pepper bottle. Like, it didn't have a wide opening, right? And short
So you
story.
didn't have a problem.
Short story long. I pissed myself. Is what happened. Yeah, all over like the top of my like shirt or the bottom of my shirt, like all over my stomach and everything. That was. Yeah.
Just in the driver's side. It didn't go around.
No, I
else.
didn't fly
I'm
around.
only
Like,
asking this because I have sat in your car.
no,
So I'm kind of worried about it.
it's flying around like a fire hose. No. No, not the case. No, I'm afraid not. Also, I believe, Rob, you had sent me a picture of or a video of this guy, somebody in a car.
The truck driver on the Gardener.
Yeah, wasn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah.
Holy Hannah.
What would you? He lived, right?
Well, the truck driver lived, yeah. The dump truck driver lived. He's getting charged.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the one that happened last week? Or
No,
this
this was like a couple days ago.
Oh, a couple days
Yeah,
ago?
yeah,
Yeah. So that was a 26-year-old nurse in a Mini Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dump truck versus Mini Cooper.
My favorite part of the interview she did with CTV was she's like, I feel like I've been hit by a truck, which is kind of funny because I actually did. But like, she was in good spirits about it, but apparently she was told by cops, had she gone another half kilometer, her car probably would have been pushed off the Gardener to Lake Shore below.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it looked like really nuts. Like it's happened lots before where trucks hit and you hit and you go a couple of meters, but like 500 meters.
Yeah.
And
That's insane.
the other thing too is because in her interview she said, oh yeah, I was just sitting there leaning on my horn crying and cars just kept on driving by.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping that one of them will stop. And eventually what stopped the truck was one couple who just got in front of them and threw their hazards on. I don't know what was going on with that driver.
Was he having a bad day?
Yeah, was he weird, or is he like, oh, you want to cut me off? Well, I'll show you. So,
Or is he incel?
oh,
Yeah, maybe.
I
and
mean,
it
did he
fucking
see
never.
the woman? Is he maybe he's being recruited by ISIS? We don't know.
You never know. Although unlikely, I think. But
Well, this is
this is
if
why
you get the way Rob is, what's
this is why I
next?
wanted Rob here. He doesn't give a shit.
I know that just took a swerve to the left on.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, it could be incel terrorism, I guess, or
We don't
maybe.
know. We haven't seen who is this truck driver. Let's get a picture. Let's see what his background is.
Buddy, I
don't know.
bet you there's hundreds of people on the road right now just ready to fucking pop off. Just had enough of all the bullshit and just ready to pop. Guarantee it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be in an incel. I don't think
No.
you need
I
to
think
be.
you just need to drive on any highway in this province, and you'll probably get to that point.
I think they might call them like homeland terrorists, just about, the people who are mad and like don't believe that the anti-maskers, like there's so many crazy fucking things going on right now.
Well, what if like I've always had this fear that if I, once in a blue moon, maybe I might cut off a truck driver or somebody like that, and that they just decide like, fuck you, buddy, boom, and then
Boom.
just, I've always been afraid of that. And then all of a sudden I see that video, which it didn't play. I meant to play it, but it's not playing. But I see that video and I'm like, shit, that does happen. It can happen.
I cut off a like a really old Astro van on my way to Midland, and this guy followed me like tailgating for like 25, 30 minutes. And I'm just
I know
like,
a guy who drives a van in Midland.
Oh,
Bob is his name.
Oh wow.
was I about to be killed by Bob
I
for
hope
cutting
so.
off Bob?
Yeah. You know Bob too. But anyways, yeah, he drives a big Astro van. Anyways, carry on. You thought you were going to die?
It's the middle of the night. I'm on my way to Midland, and if you know like the drive from like Barrie to Midland, there's no lights or anything anywhere, and like there's these trees everywhere, and like it's got this like last house on the left type vibe, and I'm like, well, this is it. This is the moment. I'm about to be killed by some fucker in an Astro van
That's how all
outside.
the horror movies go, isn't it?
What were you doing in Midland, anyways? Like buying meth or? Like,
No, I was on my
when
way
did
to
you
a
do that?
cottage. That was it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
do you
but-
not think about running people off the road every time you have a rental car?
No, but I think when I have the damage waiver, I'm just like, oh, hit me.
Yeah.
I dare
Yeah,
you.
that's it.
I'm not
Well,
going to pay a dime for this.
Oh, you're just going to come across without indicating? Oh.
All right. Next clip. This is one also, Rob. You sent this in, and man, I love this video, and it actually, I believe this week was the anniversary of Randy Johnson
Oh, yeah.
and his fastball catching a bird.
He disintegrated that. What is it? A dove? A seagull? I think it's a dove.
Still remains unidentified to this day.
That's
Boom.
insane, eh?
That's amazing.
The likelihood of that ever happening again is
It's
like,
so
slim to none.
low.
That, in my opinion, was the highlight of his career.
And that was like, that's been in ever since that happened. I think like when TSN does top 10s, that's in
Yeah.
every single
Yeah, it's a
unlikely,
go-to.
unexpected moments, lucky moments, bird moments. Every TSN top 10 they can throw that into.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think,
right in there.
you think everywhere he goes, people just come up and want to talk? Do you think he's sick of it? He's like, oh, I don't want to talk about the bird, man.
Yeah, can I
But
talk
he
about
ex-
my World Series appearance? You know, yes.
He's become a Buddhist.
So I just looked it up. It's a dove, and this was studied at the University of Colorado, and the odds of him doing that were 1 in 50 million.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that there's a
That's
university
higher,
study.
That's higher odds than I thought.
And according to the MLB rules, that was not a legal pitch, so he didn't get called either way on that.
Yeah. No, it's
Which
just
I
a
don't
cool
blame
sto-
him. It's like you get called a ball. It's like I wasn't expecting a bird to fly in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cool story to have, like when you get older, if you have grandkids or something, you can just sit them down and they can ask you, hey, what did you do, Grandpa? And you can say, you know what, one time I pitched a ball and I hit a goddamn bird
Also, I don't
and
know.
it disintegrated in the air.
Also, Randy Johnson now has a photography company, and the logo for it is actually a dead bird.
No fucking way.
Oh, wow.
He's proud of it, dude.
Yeah, that's great.
He was also. It's so funny that this guy. I've seen him everywhere in like the last couple of months. Also, there was an article on him about how he keeps a bucket of baseballs next to his bed at night. And you know how some people
Yeah.
keep like a revolver under their pillow? He has a bucket of baseballs in case someone breaks into his house so he can whip a fastball in their face.
I mean, if I was betting burglar versus Randy Johnson fastball, who do you think's gonna win in that?
When you first started saying it, I thought he must have had a bird problem.
Mm.
Who's keeping a bucket of baseballs there just in case fucking birds landed by?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a
But
vineyard.
a
now.
bucket, like you get hit with one ball at 85 miles an hour. He starts warming up, getting you with 2-3 balls. Now it's 90 miles an hour
Yeah.
at the head.
He's
It's
got.
funny.
He's got.
Most people keep a baseball bat, and he's got the balls.
You're right. Yeah. He's got a bird PTSD, is what he's got. He just never knows. When
He's
fucking,
laying in bed at night. Oh no, the birds are here.
Yeah,
just ready to
Yeah.
cock his fucking fist at any time, man. Just ready to fucking just. What's happening?
He wakes up from a nightmare, pitches a fucking fastball at the wall. Baby, what was it? Oh, babe, was it the bird dream again? I'm sorry.
No, fuck. He still has that fucking mustache, man, and that mullet. There's no way he's married. There's no way. Is he? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll look
Yeah,
that
Google
up.
it, Mark. Yeah, Google it.
I'll
Mark.
look that up and get
You
to
found
later.
his fucking bird logo on his photography company, but you can't find out whether someone decided to marry his ass or not.
Let me see.
I mean, I guess he's a professional baseball player. I mean, you can.
Oh yeah, you could be the ugliest sports athlete on earth.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, like Chad Kruger gets laid too. You know, he's the ugliest rock star on earth.
Avril Lavigne.
Doesn't Tyson actually? Mike Tyson doesn't he grow pigeons or doves?
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder if
right.
he hates Randy. He's like, fuck Randy.
Yeah, imagine if they had a feud.
Yeah. You can't use that logo.
Yeah.
By the way, Randy Johnson has had the same wife since 1994.
Wow, since he hit
Yeah.
that bird,
Yes,
basically.
since he hit that bird.
That was his
Good for him.
proposal. Do you think he had? Did you think he had doves at his wedding?
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
show up with a van full of doves and release them.
All right, so next clip. This one is, I think this one's almost gratuitously offensive. Like, for no reason at all. Let's just pick on little people.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Racing a camel.
God, no fairness.
Who's winning though?
Well, apparently the
Is the
camel.
camel winning?
Yeah, the camel's ahead.
The camel's kicking that dwarf's ass.
It's a lot closer than I thought.
Look at this fucking. They tag
Really?
off. And look at this guy.
Oh, it's a baton race?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's catching up.
It's on,
look at him.
but it's on an actual TV network. Like tomorrow on Punk'd.
Go. Eugene. He won that, right?
He caught up. I don't know what the results
won
were.
it.
That was a real TV network showing that, though. Isn't that fucked?
I mean,
What?
I saw the Fox logo, so I wasn't surprised.
Why is it fucked? They're just celebrating it. Like, if those people want to race the camel, why not?
I guess. Yeah, freedom. I mean,
The camel doesn't have a choice. Those other folks probably did.
that's true. Yeah. You feel worse for the camel? Is that what you're saying?
He's like, oh, this shit again?
I'd like to see a dwarf try and race a cheetah. That'd be.
Well, with a cheetah, there's always a chance of it turning on you too. Like there's an extra added element of danger to that.
Unless you keep it in like a track with a fenced track, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta ask you, Chris. Was it you that found that video?
No, that was Matt McLean out with Cheek Rocks. He sent that to me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I wanted to know the story of how deep down a rabbit hole of the internet you were when you found that video.
It was
dark
actually
web stuff right there.
It actually was a suggested link on Pornhub. Not really.
No,
Isn't that fucked though? The
Camels.
suggested links that come up on Pornhub, they're all fucked, man. Like,
you know what I think's more fucked up with Pornhub is when they have you want to share this with your Facebook friends.
Yeah, who
Who's
fucking-
sharing that shit?
One of my favorite quotes is like, "Why does Pornhub give me an option to send my favorite porn links on Google Plus? I don't want people knowing I have Google Plus. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?"
And I bet you don't want people knowing your favorite links either.
Mark,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Mark, back to little people for a second. You're from Windsor, which I call Dodge City, and Windsor has some special bylaws, if I'm not mistaken. And we've talked about this before, but I always forget, and I always like you to refresh my memory. Just basically, I love you to reiterate what a piece of shit your hometown is. Anyways,
Okay.
So they have little people tossing at a bar in Windsor, and then
Okay,
people tried to get it thrown out or stopped, and then city council even overturned that and said, no, this stays.
So it is called the Dwarf Toss. And
I want to
it
see
is
the
not-
dwarf twats as well.
and it is not at a bar, it's at a strip club called Leopards. And
Wow.
it went away for 4 years for a while, but then Wolf of Wall Street came out. And do you remember the dwarf tossing scene in that
Yes.
movie?
Yeah.
So that renewed interest in it. So they brought it back. City bylaws cleared it. Do you know how many people showed up to it? Over 1,000 people showed up to this dwarf toss event.
My God.
I
That's
put
fucked.
that. I don't know what's worse in my hometown: the dwarf toss event or the pigeon bowling event, which is actually at my hometown of Hare, Ontario, where you literally take a pigeon and a ball in your hand and like a bowling ball, roll it back and see how fucking far it can go.
I wonder if Randy's ever been there.
That's so fucked.
But no, it's it became a big municipal bylaw issue that was not just fought by the owners of Leopards where it was at, but by the little people themselves who were
They
in
wanted
the
to
Windsor
do it.
area, but also came over from Detroit because it's like they're like it's
They had an
honest-
intercontinental or an international
yeah
rally.
yeah.
Well, here's the
People came over from Detroit to watch it too.
here's the main question I got for each one of you guys. Here's the main question: is when it comes to a dwarf, you got a hot one coming at you. She's got blonde hair and boobs. Would you?
100%. Why
Si-
not? Like,
if I was a
attracted to
single
it,
man,
sure.
yeah, I'd go for it.
Like,
Yeah,
Would you?
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Like how? Like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but if she was hot, hot's
Man,
hot.
imagine being Shaquille O'Neal. Every woman is.
Yeah, everybody's the same thing to you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
God.
6'3", and when I was at my largest, pushing 500 pounds, I dated a girl who was 4'9". I mean, honestly, like,
Jesus
that was
Christ Almighty.
like, yeah, the proportions that was weird. But you know, at the same time, you know, you get to that phase where you're like, you're so tiny, I can pick you up and use you like a fucking fleshlight, you know, like with one hand, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be spooky.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be spooky to see. Like, I know you're having a kid in a couple weeks.
I know. I don't want my daughter to see this.
Oh, she will one day.
I'm saying it'd be spooky if you got, like, you know, some kind of, maybe you'll have a dwarf kid. What then, you know?
You know, I often feel like sometimes the jokes that I make will come back and haunt me in some way, and that karma's a bitch, right? I do feel that way.
There's nothing wrong with dwarf children.
No. But I mean, in terms of just the things that like I believe heavily in karma. So I really, so short story long, anyone who's listened to the podcast knows that I'm losing my house, that the landlords who rented our house for the last 4 years have decided to sell the house. Right. And I wasn't making it easy on them or the realtor, and the realtor came over and I played the bagpipes and I fucked up his day.
Shit.
And
Wait, you actually played bagpipes around the realtor the entire time?
Oh, well, he brought the photographer, and the photographer refused to work because I was disturbed because I was playing pipes in the house, and like I wouldn't stop, and I can blow. I can play for like 45 minutes solid without even taking a break. So I'm just going, and so the photographer's about to walk off the job because they're taking pictures of the house, and I'm just fucking with them, and I'm telling the realtor, like, fuck you to his face, like, go fuck yourself, you fucking creep, you know, and all this. Anyways, but recently, in the weeks following that, I had to have a root canal, get my tooth redone, my root canal fixed, which sucks, even worse than an original root canal. And then secondly, I got a pinched nerve and is having muscle spasms on the other side in my neck. So the left side of my jaw is hurting and the right side of my neck is like throbbing and there's nerve pain and everything. And I'm like, I have to move like a robot like this. It was just fucking terrible.
God.
And I was in bed at 1 a.m. crying, and I was like, this is karma for fucking with the realtor. You know? So I do believe in karma. I really do.
Well, hopefully, I don't know when it rains and pours, but hopefully it stops raining now.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. Yeah, we got a baby on the way. I think.
Although, how many years of stand-up jokes do you have to make up for now?
Honestly, well, that's true. Listen, I've only got a good 10-minute set, so there's not that many, to be honest. So
The time we made fun of the unemployed strippers on the air, like that kind of thing.
Listen, Mark, let's not bring up, let's let all the skeletons stay in the closet, shall we?
Okay.
All right, let's not tempt the karma gods. That would be nice of you.
Aren't we all just unemployed strippers?
Yeah, we kind of are. Yeah, radio folk. Yeah, for sure we are.
Hey,
Hey, okay, guys, I need you to shut up for just a second. I'm gonna do the sponsor thing again. All right, I feel like Retrokat deserves a better sponsorship than that. All right.
Oh, so do I.
Absolutely, better.
All right. Podcast
hang
sponsored.
on. You know you'd be pulled in for that sort of attempt in the real radio world. That first one was just abysmal. Like, I was shocked.
Oh yeah,
Like,
thanks,
wow,
man. I know.
What is this?
I know. Luckily, I don't have a program director at this show here. I have one at
Don't
my other
think you
job.
have sponsors for much longer either.
You fucker. All right, shut up, everyone. Here it is. Big Kris Live, sponsored by our friends at Retrokat Gaming. You can play over 8,000 games from more than 15 of your favorite retro gaming systems on one handheld device. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
Ship from Ontario right to your door.
Nice.
Shop online today
Blew it.
at
That was
retrokat.ca.
You had us.
You buggers. All right.
You
Shush.
had us hooked, mate.
No, you gotta let him play it. When you see it means he's playing it.
Oh, okay.
Ship from Ontario right to your door. Shop online today at retrokat.ca or choose same-day pickup in the GTA. Retrokat.ca. Let's get nostalgic.
There we go. Okay. All right. On with the
Why aren't
podcast.
we allowed to see it? I was interested. You had me interested, and then you put up a logo, and I go, I lost all interest. I was about to go on my phone and pull the trigger.
To go get a unit?
Yeah, I was going to go and buy 3 of them, probably. But
dude, you
I haven't
should-
seen it yet.
Fucker. Retrokat.ca/BKL.
And what is that?
We got the promo code now, do we?
Hang on, let me check my. You know what? We do.
I don't know. The sell on it was.
Hang on,
miserable.
I really want to hear the promo code.
His sales attempt was abysmal, but I think it's a gaming unit.
Yes, it is. It's
right?
a handheld gaming unit.
It's sweet.
The new
It's
console can hold 40,000 games and 80 different types of classic consoles.
When you say it can hold it, does it come with 40,000 or not? Or just can hold it? It comes with 2, and you got to get BK's next code to get another 10 of them.
So Big Kris Live is the promo code, BIGKRIS Live, for a $10 discount. $10.
What does that make it?
I don't know. They have different units priced at different things. You can go to the website, retrokat.ca, and find out for yourself, /BKL.
I'm going now.
All right. Thank you.
And it does come loaded.
They're fully loaded. See, you let him read the liners.
Thanks. I do need someone here to keep me straight on these things. All right. Okay. Next clip. All right. Shall we move over? We've went to the gratuitously defensive or offensive rather with the little people stuff. I wanted to leave this one till a little later because we've had some problems keeping the live stream going as of late. Now, I don't think that this is going to listen. I'm on 2 strikes with Facebook right now, so.
What happens if you get the 3rd?
I don't know, but let me tell you, I was banned from streaming for 30 days the last time.
Right. Do they send you a message though? Like, this is your first warning.
Yeah.
Like, pull your head in.
And I can even.
And then second warning. Right. You're 30 days. Don't you come back.
Yeah. And now my account
crazy.
is permanently restricted, and that like my fan page on Facebook is like being suppressed a little bit.
So if this is the last you see of us, everybody, it's been great.
Yeah, and the audio version will still exist, but the video version will be for our live viewers only.
So how far away are we all from just going, oh, fuck Facebook? Like,
I'm so close.
Oh, I'd hardly go on the thing.
YouTube's been testing you too.
Well,
Yeah.
YouTube's just full of a lot of like weird shit these days.
we're streaming live on YouTube right now as well, but the problem is that nobody follows me on YouTube. So if everyone just moved over from Facebook and followed me on YouTube, we'd be just hunky-dory and we could fuck Facebook, but we're here for now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to do what you're told. You know, out of that whole sort of Donald Trump thing, the thing that frightened me the most was all the censorship. When big companies go, you know what, we don't want you hearing from that person anymore. That's when I get a little concerned.
Well, that's what got me burned on strike 2. So strike 1 was legit. Okay. Strike 1, I've been through this before, but I'll go through it with you guys. Strike 1 was legit in that Melanie Martin had a big giant fucking pecker on her phone that some random guy sent her in her DMs on Instagram. And we decided to shame this guy. And she held the phone up to the camera.
He's not ashamed. If he's ashamed, he wouldn't send it around.
Well, I guess.
He's obviously fucking proud of it.
I guess. Yeah. I never thought of it that way.
You're doing him a favor. He's like, fuck yes, I made Big Chris's podcast.
Well, tell the fucking Facebook bots that he wouldn't mind it out there. Anyways, they took exception to it, and we got shut down, and rightfully so. No nudity. I get it. I thought they were maybe just gonna like let it slide until after, and then ban the video after the fact, but they shut the live stream down midstream. Oh, wow. Second strike was unfair.
Does that mean someone's sitting there watching right now? Like someone's monitoring this?
Like how does that work? Is there people sitting there
bots?
watching?
It's all bots. Yeah, there's no.
They have like a dick detection software.
This is an AI. Yeah. So how long before they start picking and choosing what we can and can't talk about?
Well, that's exactly the problem. So this is the example. Is the second strike? This is where you're going with censorship, Oz. Is when I posted a meme around the time of the insurrection. And Facebook or the bots mistook my meme for being pro-insurrection, which I am not. But it was a picture of the guy sitting in the chair with his hand up in the air, and he had red hair, and he's like, yeah. And it said O'Doyle rules because it's from the Adam Sandler movie, and the bully in the movie, O'Doyle rules, yada yada. So I shared that meme, and they thought that maybe I was saying that guy rules, or yeah, this rules, right? So that was when I got 30 days banned from streaming, and I got shut down for a matter of days completely.
Wow.
Just for sharing that meme. And I was like, and I complained. I wrote back, not fair, incorrectly judged, or whatever the rebuttal was. And they didn't, they said, they said, we've reviewed your claim, but we couldn't come to a decision because we're too busy right now, was basically what they said. And so I was like, well, that's fucked. So I get crushed because I didn't do anything wrong. Because
they don't give a shit about you though, man.
No, of course not.
They just want their ad dollars, like every other medium that's out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very true. It's
But
very
why
true.
all the censorship? Like, why are they doing
Well,
this to us?
I know, man.
I think they've always done it to us.
But
I think it's just
it's
there are
escalating.
platforms
It's
out-
escalating, though.
But have you seen like some of these new platforms that are coming through, like Clubhouse? Have you seen what that's all about?
Yeah, I've seen the Clubhouse app. That started during the pandemic too, didn't it?
Have you gone on it? It's quite interesting.
No.
It's like basically groups of people having conversations like we are,
Yeah.
but then there's a live audience in that same chat room, and then they can put their hand up and come up onto the stage and be like, talk about whatever the topic matter is.
Oh, it's kind of like a TED Talks roundtable kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Sweet.
potentially with millions of people, and it's mostly millennials. Like famous people are on there. Elon Musk go on
Mostly
there and
millennials.
just have a chat.
Check, please.
But they're the ones that they're the ones that are going to drive.
Millennials would hear check please and wonder what that means.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the most Gen X thing I can fucking say. Fuck. So okay, all right. Yeah, you're totally right, man. Like, there's a lot of censorship happening, and I think it's going downhill. I think it's trickling. Like it started with Trump getting banned from Twitter, which I feel had to happen. Most people do. But regardless, it then all of a sudden MPP Randy Hillier in Lanark County, small town Ontario, is getting banned from Twitter.
Yeah, but if people don't want to follow Trump, then just fucking unfollow him. Like, if people are buying into his bullshit, he's going to find another way to get his bullshit to the people. Like, I think it's madness when you start removing people, man, from devices and saying, well, you don't. He was the president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Half the country voted for him.
Yeah.
Whether or not you like him or don't like him, fuck, at the end of the day, like, you start removing people's.
Well,
that's
exactly the issue, man.
Yes, but
asking for civil war.
yeah, but
Keep discussing.
he got removed for insurrection. Like, Kris is concerned about like being removed for sharing dicks on a live stream. And I don't know. You think there's like little Timmy O'Toole, 9 years old, watching us and being like, "Oh, mommy, I saw a dick on Big Chris's podcast." Like, who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just feel like it's gone from, hey, we need to stop like a full-on insurgency from breaking out in the world's largest democracy. We need to do that by banning the president who's, enacting a mob per se. I understand that, but when it comes to XYZ and really clamping down on stuff, I'm like, hang on a second, the internet was supposed to be free. Right.
It's like privacy, man. People say, oh, I don't mind if the government, spies on me. I don't care if people spy on me. I've got nothing to hide. But it's a matter of that everybody has the right to privacy. It's not a matter like everyone has the right to freedom of speech, whether or not you agree with that speech or don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it becomes a very dangerous world when we start limiting what we can and can't say. Obviously, being hateful and all that sort of stuff's ridiculous, but at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to like memes and viral videos. Like, if you remember, like 2004, like 2003 through 2006, the internet was the Wild West with E-Bombs World and all the classics from that.
Remember
like,
old websites like rotten.com? Do you remember?
Yeah, you could put whatever the fuck you wanted on YouTube.
The first first websites I ever went to was ratemaipoo.com. I don't know why. Someone at school told me about it, and so I went home. I got to have a look.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's people's poo, and people are rating it.
I remember the first awful thing I saw on the internet was Saddam Hussein getting beheaded. Do you remember that grainy, like
crazy.
old pixelated video? Like, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, I watched it with my mom.
How come that stuff's not being removed? What about if little Johnny's watching that stuff, right?
My mom was really curious about the Saddam Hussein being hung video. And she's like, "Can you find it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I watched Saddam Hussein being hung with my mom.
Sounds like family time.
I know, it was great. That's Windsor, Ontario for you. Again, I live in such a shithole.
That's nuts.
All right, so let's get to the last clip. And like I say, this one, I don't think, but you never know. I don't know anymore. That's the thing, right? But I'm going to hit the button, and we'll see what happens here with this clip. We see this lady twerking, and she's got a little something hanging there. And I'll start it again.
Oh no!
That poor woman.
And then here's her realizing what happened, and then
Jesus, Murphy.
Oh.
Oh no!
Jesus. Jesus, Murphy.
So what was going on there though? She was on like a Twitch or something. What
Yeah,
was
she was
happening?
probably OnlyFans or Twitch or
Looked like that's Instagram Live. That looks
that's
like.
Graham, yeah. And people are all commented. And then, what's that? And oh no. Ooh.
Oh, those eyes.
Oh wow.
Those eyes were as big as dinner plates at the end of that stream.
I don't understand why I shouldn't just keep it going, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah,
you've gone this far.
Just own it.
Yeah.
Some people would
keep
be
it.
into that.
Get back on that bed and do that again.
Okay.
Well, I don't mean. Okay, you know what?
For the audio listeners on the podcast, there is a woman who has realized that there is a string hanging out of her backside while twerking on Instagram Live. That's how we concluded it, and I believe the stream is still holding strong, lads.
That could be a Tampax ad, honestly.
Yeah.
Like those Tampax ads where they're like, what would you do? And I was like, oh, I'm riding a bike. Oh, I'm gonna go swimming. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm just twerking on this live stream. That would fit perfectly. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Tampax that you could twerk with, it doesn't move, or it's snug as a bug in a rug. Listen, I'm not into marketing. I can't come up with the right words, but yeah, there's a product there. 3 weird dudes on a podcast came up with a great marketing scheme for Tampax.
I'm going to email them tomorrow. Listen, me and 3 guys figured this all out last night. This is your next big thing.
Send them the link to the canceled stream. See what happens. Thanks, guys, for hanging out tonight. This has been fun. Dank Delights. I'm sure we'll do it again. Rob Cornelis and Mark Davis and Oz, all returning guests. And Rob, you can come back too anytime. But
thanks for having me, man. It was really fun.
Well, of course, the pleasure is mine. And I hope that we can all see each other in person and do some stand-up comedy for reals. Once again, sometime in the future, man, once this damn panic is over, right?
Hell yeah.
All right. Thanks, lads. The Big Kris live stream and podcast. You can find it on deanblundell.com. Also, after the fact in audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and check out our good friends and sponsors, retrokat.ca/BKL. Use the promo code BigKrisLive for $10 off a purchase of these incredible gaming units, 8,000 games from more than 15 of your favorite retro gaming systems on one handheld